Welcome in gamers, much love to all Magic players. This video is about how to make money from Magic. For any of you who are interested in monetizing your hobby, this is something that I've done in multiple ways, so it's a look at some of the different ways to do it. What this video isn't is MTG finance, speculation, guarantee, get-rich-quick schemes. This is not that. This is a look at the market and a review of two viable business models. So there's work and there's skill involved, but these are things that can work to create viable businesses and aren't just flash in the pan gamble and all that. But again, not a guarantee. So there's two basic strategies to monetize Magic. The first one is through cards and the second one is through content. But whichever strategy we're going to take, the first thing that we should do when entering any kind of monetary business endeavor is do a little bit of market research, market overview. So poking around, Magic the Gathering says that there's 20 million fans in 2015, which is really big. If you look at my page and go through the analytics, we see that it's majority male. I attract a lot of males myself. Age 22 to 40. USA, UK, these are white people, not always, but generally college educated, have money. There's a good amount of minority diversity within it, but this is the focused target market. Now, if we look at the amount of money going around, in 20, the revenue was something like 200 million. That's the primary revenue that Wizards sells, and there's a lot of cards getting sold in the secondary market which are hard to measure. So this could be a 500 million to 1 billion sales a year in this market, and there's plenty of money to go around if you can grease the wheels. The key focus should be not on making money necessarily, but on being helpful and being deserving, and people will pay you for that service. So now that we know the market, let's start off with the card approach. And my suggestion is to not speculate. Don't speculate on picks unless it's for fun. It's not really a long-term profitable thing. For one, it's not helpful to other people. For two, it's really risky. For three, even if it works, the money gets gobbled up by transaction costs. It's really hard to unload dollar rares that double to $2. More than 4 at a time, it takes time and money. However, if you're really dead set on speculating, the safest way to go about it would be to invest on the reserve list. This is a list of cards that Wizards legally says they will never reprint, so they have fixed supply. They can only go up or down in lockstep with the player growth, so if you want to bet that there's going to be more players, the game crashes and there's way fewer players, you can lose all your money on this. If you wanted to buy in, you can go all the way up to $20,000 Black Lotus, or you could start off with a $100 Tega. It can be difficult to sell power. It can be like selling an automobile or a car if you're selling a $5,000 card. If you're going to speculate, this is probably a safer way to do it, but in general, I would not recommend betting when there's safer, more helpful business models. Here's a helpful business model that works. Instead of investing in cards, invest in a collection. A collection will work for you, whether the cards in the collection go up or down in value. If you own cards, people will come to you for those cards, and because of your selection and the service, you are entitled to a small profit for each transaction. You're helping people, and they will pay you for it. So you could do this locally through your community forums. You could do an online card store. You could upgrade to a store or dealer booths. Or you could invest in a bot which has the potential to make you money while you sleep. The thing to consider is arbitrage as a way to make money, and this is something helpful as well. Arbitrage is basically moving something from one market to another market where it's more valuable. For instance, taking foil Japanese cards and moving them to America. Americans will pay more for the foil Japanese cards. Who doesn't want a foil Japanese Jace the Mind Sculptor in the USA? Arbitrage takes many different forms. You can physically move the cards, or you can move cards on the internet. But it can be helpful to move a product from where people don't really want it that much to where people really want it. These aren't necessarily foolproof either. It's definitely possible to lose money, and 100% requires work and some amount of risk of your investment. Number two, much more interesting route to me, and something that I've done success to make money from Magic, is the content route. The content route works in different ways and is not necessarily have anything to do with Magic tournaments. However, Magic tournaments can be a useful thing. It's important to not see Magic tournaments as an end of prize money. You can go broke with that approach. Even the most successful players don't make enough in the long term just off prize winnings. Tournaments are more like an investment for networking, and if you're exceptional, you can travel, you can get exposure. Exposure is very, very important. Can lead to a column for one of the major strategy sites such as Star City Games, Channel Fireball, or TCG Player. This can actually pay well, and there support a good amount of writers doing it, as these online card stores sell tons of cards, have high revenues, and can afford to pay people. I wrote for Channel Fireball for 5 years and had an amazing time doing it. Very good job if you can pull it off. It can become a launching pad for going it on your own. It helps to be everywhere on social media, really helpful answering people's questions, and that's an important way to grow an audience that actually cares. Laws of reciprocity, people like to be reciprocal. If you help them, they will help you back. The main thing is releasing a majority of your free content and making your free content really helpful. And there's different ways to do this. You can ask to be repaid for your free content if it's really, really good, and you can do this with Twitch TV. You can get paid off Twitch ads. You can get paid off YouTube ads. You can get paid off donations. Now Patreon's really popular. My Patreon is super pathetic. Hint, hint. But some people get paid really well off Patreon. It also helps if you have something premium you can offer them, because if you ask for money, you should generally give something back that's really helpful. So if you have an ebook or an e-course or a video set or something like that that no one else gets to see, entrance to a special group, any kind of bonuses, whatever you can do to give back. And then there's other things you can do on the back end, which I am not necessarily going to reveal here. If you want to see how deep the rabbit hole goes, you can sign up for the e-course, the e-program, and you'll get some of my time to pick my brain on this. So check the link below on that if you're into that. So to wrap up, it's a big market with lots of money, lots of buyers, lots of people who are willing to pay. And there's lots of ways to get paid from Magic if you're helpful. Number one, cards. Invest in a collection. Help people find the cards they want through your collection or through arbitrage. Wouldn't recommend investing heavily in speculation. That's really risky and also not helpful. Number two, content. See tournaments as a means. Just give everything possible you can away for free. Save a little bit for people who want to support your free stuff. Again, these are not get-rich-quick schemes. This is not MTG Finance, this is not betting, this is not speculating, and it's not guaranteed to work. It's just a few business models that are viable. Good amount of people do make money from Magic. You want to monetize your hobbies. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know what you think. Check out the e-course again, and see you in the comments. If you have any other questions, would love to hear that as well.